No, kids, you'll be fine. We've got plenty of movie ghetto at home.
Movie ghetto, movie ghetto, movie ghetto, movie ghetto. It's the movie ghetto.
Hey guys, and welcome back. Robbie Lopez with Crude Comics and Cinema. Welcome to the movie ghetto.
Movie ghetto. Movie ghetto.
Once again this week, we're visited by none other than fucking Captain Shitpants himself, Jesse Hobson from Cinedump.
Captain Shitpants, eh? Yeah, you know, that's what they used to call me back in high school. Or at least that's what,
What movies are we going to talk about today, Jesse?
I don't know what movies we're going to talk about today. Ugly Sweater Party. And, spoiler alert, this was tough to get through.
Ugly Sweater Party. Wow, this was a really, really bad movie. And take it from me, I've made plenty of really, really bad movies. And this impressed me how bad it was. Everything kind of sucked. Aside from the cast members, there was fucking cool people in it. But god damn, the production quality was very poor. The audio is very poor. The storyline is there somewhere, maybe? I don't know.
I hate to say it, but this is one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire life. And I don't typically, I can't remember the last time I've turned a movie off. But this movie was so close to being turned off many times, and Robbie mentioned it. It sucks because this has such a good cast. This has a lot of people that I know personally in this movie. So and that's why I do Cinedump, because I can't lie. Like, that's the whole reason behind me having a website or a voice online, is that I want it to be as official and real as possible. You know, I thought Brad Potts did a really good job. I like him in most things he's in. You know how, like, when you watch a movie when you're sick, like, I can remember those movies. I watched Dungeons and Dragons with Marlon Wayans, and that movie has stuck with me because it's so bad. But I think part of that was it was so bad because I was so sick. I had food poisoning. This movie felt like I had food poisoning. I gave it half a star because on Letterboxd it forces you to give at least half a star. So at 1 out of 10, I guess you could say. But you know, in all reality, there's really not that much redeeming about this film. It hurt my eyes. Like, I'm not sure what the deal was with the mixing. Like, a lot of the shots were overexposed. You know, and this is, I do work with cameras, you know, somewhat in my, you know, professional life. So I like, if I was to turn this in, like some of these shots, like, I would get reprimanded. That's how, man, it hurts me to say this, man, but just avoid this film. It's a waste of time. There's really nothing. The story is so odd, and the graphics are weird. There's nothing funny. Like, it just felt very incomplete. Like, it felt like a little bit in the beginning like it wanted to be like a horror version of Harold and Kumar, and then it just totally threw that out the window, and it was like, we're telling a completely different story now. So yeah, you know, it sucks because I remember getting the press release for this movie back when it first came out, and I was interested back then. And you know, I was when Robbie sent me the list and this was on it, I was like, cool, I've been meaning to watch that. And you know, now,
long story short, Ugly Sweater Party, we're looking at like a 2.3. Bam, bam, bam. Then we got, I'm not even sure, there's several of these movies, but there's Camp Blood and Bloody Summer Camp. So I watched one of them, whatever one's on Amazon.
all right, so this is like a weird running joke between us at this point. I can't find this movie. There's like Summer Slaughter Camp, Camp Blood, Camp this, Camp that, Back in Woods, Camp. And so I think I did find it, but what's weird about the movie that Camp, oh fuck, what is it?
You know what I'm talking about with the Bloody Summer Camp movies or what? Which one? Have you checked one of them out? Did you look into it? What'd you think? You tell me. Come on, you tell me. I'm not the bad guy.
Summer Blood Camp or whatever. Felicia Rose is in it with Dave Sheridan. But the movie that I believe that we're trying to find or trying to watch together doesn't list Dave as, like, he's not on the poster. And again, this is another movie that I did get a press release for when it came out, and I remember seeing the trailer thinking it looked pretty good. But there's like Robbie said, there's so many fucking movies that are called Camp Blood, Bloody Summer Camp, Backwoods Camp 4. Like it's hard to keep track. And then also too, you have like the same 5, you know, actors that you see at every horror convention. They're all in these movies. So, you know, a word to the wise, maybe if you're gonna do a camp movie, like maybe name it something to kind of set it apart from the other ones. Because as much as I wanted to watch this movie, I started watching one and it turned out it was the wrong movie. Because I checked about halfway through because I was like, this is whatever the fuck I was watching. Again, you can't keep track of these fucking movies. It was horrible. So I checked. I was like, Robbie, is this the movie? And I sent him a video and he's like, no, that's not the movie. And I was like, thank God, just I don't think I can last another 10 minutes, man. This is worse than Ugly Sweater Party.
Now, I stumbled upon what I thought was going to be another throwaway late night, like no storyline gore fest, Circus of the Dead. Boy, was I wrong. Holy shit.
Circus of the Dead, man. I've been wanting to watch this one for a long time. I recently interviewed Bill Oberst Jr. Fantastic man, fantastic actor, fantastic skill. And then I was up at the Cult Classic Convention up in Bastrop, Texas. And that's where I met Bloody Bill, the director of Circus of the Dead, as you can see right here. Signed by a couple of the actors as well as the director. Trying to talk his ass into putting me into some of his movies because Bloody Bill has he has a couple of movies coming out. And then I believe Circus of the Dead is just got a re-release through Dread Central, I believe. But he is releasing a movie, or going to be working on a movie soon, with Brad Potts, who was also in Ugly Sweater Party. So it's a fucking circle of life, guys. Lion fucking King.
I wasn't even ready for all that. That's a hardcore movie. I was really, really, really surprised it was on Amazon, because they're doing all this shit to crack down on like really brutal subject matter, I guess. I don't know. I think art should always be uncensored. But anyway, Circus of the Dead, really good acting. Bill Oberst Jr. was he went places, man, that was just unreal. He really showed his acting range and his skill, and he was a sick, disgusting man. This is a disgusting movie, emotionally, verbally, psychologically, and it's extremely detailed and gruesome and gory. There's a ton of rape, very rape heavy, very sex kill heavy, and they're clowns. So if you weren't afraid of clowns before, you definitely don't want to fucking meet these clowns.
This movie is disgusting, and it's disgusting in the best kind of way. I watched this initially by myself, and it was like 3 a.m. Man, I put it on, and I was just like, this is everything I wanted it to be and more. Then I watched it with my wife, and my wife we watch horror movies all the time together, but as Robbie mentioned, this movie it's beyond grotesque. Like there's thing like go into this movie blind, because the ride that this movie takes you on, you're just not gonna fucking expect. And this movie made my wife sick. Like, it made her feel bad, like in a way that I don't know cinema should. It's very real, and I think a lot of that has to do with the skill of the team behind it. Not only the acting, but the group behind the camera. They delivered above and beyond. Don't get me wrong, there are a couple problems here and there, but I have a full write-up on this movie on my website, cinedump.com. But yeah, I sought this movie out because I felt like enough people had talked about it that I thought that I needed to see it. And if Texas wasn't known for Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I feel like that this could be like another thing that we're probably known for as far as like indie film and indie horror, because it's fucking warped, man. And yeah, I'm a huge fan of Bill Oberst Jr. Not only because of this, but because of like everything he does. He just puts all of his everything he has into the role, and I think that this particular role, as well as him being in Criminal Minds, I feel like those are probably his best showcases. But if you don't know who this man is, take some time and just go through his IMDb, man, and just start at the top, or the bottom. Just pick a random fucking movie, and it can be the worst movie, but this guy is gonna shine. That's not to say that this movie's bad, because this movie's fucking fantastic, but he just makes this movie that much better, because he fucking kills it, man. Papa Corn, dude. Papa fucking Corn.
It was shot excellent by Anthony Gutierrez, I believe. He's did a lot of work. He's did a lot of films, and it was great. He shot it really, really good. Really cool angles, shots. I loved it.
I loved it too, and I gave it a 7 out of 10. And then immediately when it was over, I started doing research, and I looked into the development of the movie. I looked into it's when it was released, and just the whole spectacle surrounding this film. I was very curious about this world, and I'm very excited to see where we go from here.
I loved it. It disturbed me. I was curious to see a second one after, although I wasn't sure why I wanted to see more. Really fucked up movie. I guess just to see how far they'll take it or what they'll keep coming up with. Definitely check it out. Circus of the Dead. It got a 5.9, which is awesome.
Not sure how it is on Amazon, but on the DVD there's a little special tidbit after the credits. So if you want to see that, maybe, and it's not on Amazon, maybe buy the DVD. Check it out. There's a little bit of extra goodness after the credits. So, Papa Corn just might be coming back, guys. So if you're a fan of this film, you have that to look forward to. If you're not, that sucks. But if you haven't heard of it and you want to be scared, check out Circus of the Dead, man.
Movie ghetto.